Good day, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we really got to talk about that DLC situation. DLC was supposed to be this godsend to gaming, where you could get incremental content for cheap. It didn't turn out that way. Instead, gaming content was walled off behind a further paywall after you bought the bloody game. Well, sometimes, if you can't beat them, you gotta join them, because, after Alien Isolation, I thought there'd be all sorts of cool Alien games. Instead, we got a top-down game and a generic Left 4 Dead ripoff. And so today, we're going to be taking a look at the DLC released for Alien Isolation.
Used to be, content like this was just part of the game that you could unlock after beating it. But nope, today we gotta get that money. Alien Isolation was released on 6th October 2014 and had 2 DLC packs at release, Crew Expendable and Last Survivor. How much you want to bet that was on disc too? The DLCs were at least worth playing, as they allow you to play through some events from the original Alien movie, complete with the original actors reprising their roles. For those who are just joining us, Alien Isolation is a first-person survival horror game. The horror is derived from the fact that you cannot hurt the foul xenomorph at all, and you have to sneak around and try not to get crunched by the xenomorph. In the Alien Isolation continuity, the xenomorph has been nerfed heavily, as it can no longer see in complete darkness, nor can it track humans via pheromones. If it was a xenomorph from the AVP games, it would be nigh impossible to sneak around, as you would be lit up like a bloody Christmas tree. You are given a few tools to increase your odds of survival. You've got the Flammenwerfer, just like an Alien, and a motion tracker. However, this motion tracker is just the one from the base game and not the one from the movie. You also don't have a bunch of stuff from the base game either, as the crew of the Nostromo mainly just had cattle prods and a flamethrower, although they did have laser guns, but didn't want to use them as they would have breached the hull. The DLCs for Alien Isolation are not altogether that difficult. In fact, I found them easier than the base game. You only have to worry about the xenomorph, and there are no human enemies that you have to fight. In fact, this was the first Alien Isolation anything that I played, and I was able to complete them without too many deaths, which is most assuredly something you could not say about the base game. In Crew Expendable, you choose from 3 playable characters, Ripley, Parker, and Dallas. In this DLC, you have to try and lure the xenomorph into an airlock. This was a deleted scene from the film, and it was deleted with good reason, as it would have really brought the pacing to a crawl. However, it makes for a great game level. The next DLC is Last Survivor, and this allows you to play through Ripley's escape from the Nostromo. This was a really bloody fun experience, as you are legitimately playing the Alien movie. You, for the first time, get to see Lambert's disemboweled body, and thanks to the graphics engine, it looks as creepy as it sounds. Speaking of graphics, the graphics for the DLC are excellent. The famous actors are rendered quite realistically, with a minimum of Uncanny Valley, and the level textures still look amazing, as does the xenomorph. The original actors take their role reprisals seriously, and all sound like they did back in the 70s, and the music itself is serviceable. Truly a memorable experience.
Alright, I'm sorry this is such a short video, but that's kind of the nature of DLC. Why should I have had to spend 10 or 20 bucks for about, 30 minutes worth of content? It was good content, but still, I'm feeling I got ripped off a little bit there. Thankfully, today doesn't really matter, because you can just get a full release of Alien Isolation on Steam for a pretty cheap price. And so, I am GeneralLotz, wishing you good AVP and good AVP2, or whatever makes you happy.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and please consider leaving a like or a comment, as the algorithm desires your soul. And I want to thank all those fans who have supported this channel, both past and present.